One of our newest authors, Jill Williamson, has just written Replication, the Jason Farms Experiment. So welcome, Jill, and can you give our fans an introduction and tell us about yourself?
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me. My name's Jill, and I grew up in Alaska without electricity and an outhouse, and had kind of a strange upbringing there, and spent a lot of my time daydreaming, and I think that really helped me when I decided to be a writer because I
Yeah.
had all kinds of material.
So Jill, how long have you been writing?
I started writing in 2004. It took 5 years before I got my first book published, and it was a long time and a lot of confusion, but I figured it out, and I'm persistent, so I think that helped me.
Have you always been writing for teens, or was that a new thing with this latest book?
No, I still claim that my Blood of Kings trilogy is for teens, so Jeff Durkee might disagree with me, but I've always written for teens, and my husband's a youth pastor, and some of my girls showed me some of the stuff they were reading, and I got kind of like, oh, that's not good. I'll write something better. And so that's where it all started for me, and I've just always wanted to write for teens. It's just, I guess that's what I read too, so
Yeah. So it just felt natural.
yep.
Cool. So as you write books for teens, what's the thing that you love most about writing for teens?
Everything's exciting and new, and you can kind of do anything you want with teens, and it's also fun to help your characters discover who they are
Hmm.
and what their purpose is in life, and so I really enjoy writing that age. It's a fun place to be. It's a fun time, and it's exciting.
Sure. So that's what you love, but what's the most challenging thing about it?
um the most challenging thing, besides trying not to be preachy with story elements, is trying to be original. There's Everything's been done, and
Hmm.
no matter what you do, and however how clever you think you've come up with a new idea, somebody's always like, that's been done, and this and that. Even somebody was saying that the Hunger Games has been done as a
Hmm.
Greek story or whatever, and so everything's been done, and so to try to find a new way to spin a story is always kind of a challenge.
Sure. So can you tell us a little bit more about your latest book, Replication?
Sure. um, my little tagline for Replication is about a girl who discovers her biologist father is covering up multiple secrets, all of which are named Jason.
Ooh.
And I came up with the idea when I was just with my sister in upstate New York, and we were going to go pick apples.
Hmm.
And we were driving past farm after farm after farm, and I thought, what if there was a farm that grew people? And then I started daydreaming, of course, and that's always it for me. Once I start daydreaming, I have to write it down. So that's kind of where it all started.
Cool. That sounds like obviously a really intriguing concept to farm growing people. Is that more of a sci-fi kind of genre style story?
Oh yeah, Replication is definitely a sci-fi story.
Okay, so beyond the tagline, what more can you tell us about the story? And without giving away too much, obviously, because we want people to read it.
Okay. Well, the story is about Abby, whose father is a scientist, and he moves her from Washington D.C. to Alaska to take a new job, but he doesn't want to really tell her what he's doing, and says it's private and she doesn't have any business knowing. But she's
Hmm.
snoopy and wants to know and tries to figure this out. And in the meantime, there's a clone who escapes from the lab and meets Abby, and they become friends, and she tries to help him. So that's kind of where the story starts, and there's a little bit of a mystery in there as to what's going on with that lab.
I see. I see. Yes, definitely intriguing.
Okay, To Kill a Mockingbird, Pride and Prejudice, This Present Darkness by Frank Peretti, the Harry Potter book 3, and The Lord of the Rings, which I count all as one book.
Excellent.